Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Kichdy, and we are back with part 5 of the 35 must know MS Word Basics tutorial series. Before getting into today's session, let's have a quick recap on what we have completed till date. So we have completed 4 parts of this tutorial series and have completed as many as 20 functions. So if you are an absolute beginner, I would strongly suggest you to go through all these 4 parts before getting into today's video, so that it will give you a better understanding of the basics and also will have a continuous learning. And if you are already aware of MS Word, and if you want to brush up, or if you want to know a specific function, probably you can choose that respective part and you can watch that video. So all these video links are available in today's video's description, so you can choose from there. With that, we'll get into today's session. So today's session, we are planning to go through functions such as watermark, page color, page borders, orientation and size, table of contents, track, accept or reject changes, navigation pane and rate mode. So as always, let's start from the first function, watermark and page color. So watermark, page color and page borders are available under design tab. So we'll get into the base working document. We'll go to design. We'll choose watermark. So on clicking watermark, we have 4 default themes which are available under watermark. We can also create a custom watermark, but for now, since it's a basic tutorial, let's choose any one of the available watermarks. So let me choose the first one. So watermarks are an imaginary figure which appears in the back of the document. So it is not actually an image, it is only a imaginary figure, so you can write anything on top of it. So it is mainly used in any of our high confidentiality documents such as contracts or business proposals, or anything probably anything from government officials. So you can have this watermark in the back. So you can let me just try it with MS Word Basics video part 5. So you can see, you can write anything on top of it, it will stay in the back. Okay, so with that, we'll remove this watermark, and I will also remove this sentence. And the next one is page color. So next to watermark, we have this page color option, which it is a very simple option which colors the entire page, and also it will color the all pages of your document. It is especially used by marketers, especially to create flyers or any kind of invitations or case studies. So now it is in white color. Probably you can choose any of the color and the entire page will turn into that color. So you can see here. So as I said, it is majorly used by marketers, but I would suggest for any professional kind of documents, can probably stick with white color. So I'll go back to white color or no color, both will work. Okay, so with that, we done with this. I'll make it into green. And the next function for today is page borders with customization, and the next option is page borders. Page borders will create a line, a border across your pages. So I selected page borders, go to box. This one is none, so there will be no page borders will be there. So go to box. Now I'm just selecting a straight line. Let the color be automatic, or probably you can select black color, because in automatic it normally takes white color and it is not visible. So I'm selecting a black color. The width, let it be half point, and apply to whole document. Okay, so now you can see the entire document, all sides of the page has been covered by a border, and it is repetitive across all the pages of your document. Okay, so here you can do many customizations. Probably I'm planning to take a separate video for that, but for now, just on a high level, let me just touch upon few points. So here it is a straight line, so you can modify it to dotted lines. You can change the color of it, you can change the width of it, you can add anything. So normally we won't use it in a professional environment, but as I said, if you want to create any flyers or any kind of marketing collaterals, probably you can use this. And you can choose where the document needs to be available and where it should not be available. So this one in its top one, I mean on clicking this, the top border will become invisible. This one is a bottom one, this one is a left, and this one is a right. So you can choose where the border needs to appear. So probably in many of the documents I have seen the borders will available only in the left and right or across all the four sides. So just for this example, let's choose two sides of the document and click OK. So you can see, so the color is in red color and it is appearing only in the left and right hand side, and the width is now I think have chosen 2.2 point I believe. So that's how it is page borders. Okay, so as I said, I'm planning to take a separate session on this because there are so many things which you can do. So let me just go back, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, so with that we are done with the page borders. And the next one is orientation and size. It's a very okay, it is under layout tab. So go to layout, go to orientation. So again in default the orientation will always be the vertical orientation, I mean the portrait. So this is the portrait orientation. If you want to change into landscape or the horizontal orientation, you can go here and choose it. So if you choose landscape, you can see how the width of the document has increased and the breadth, and the length would have been reduced. So the use cases of using landscape is when you are putting up a long project plan or putting up a kind of a resource plan or putting up a organization structure. So those are all some of the places which I have seen based on my experience, and there may be so many other use cases also. So now I'm coming back to the portrait because this is the default one, and out of 9 out of 10 times you will use this portrait only. This will do. This will solves almost all your problems. And the second option on that function is size. So size, again the default is A4, but if you want to choose a bigger sheet, probably you can choose A3. So I'm just trying with A3, and you can see again the width and breadth has been increased. Okay, again I have seen people are also using letter option. So letter option is slightly larger one than the default one. Default one is the A4 size. So probably I will go back to the default size. So this is the default size which all the MS Word documents, I mean the blank documents, will appear. But here is the option which you can change if there is a requirement to change. Okay, so done with orientation and size. And the next one is table of contents. Table of contents will really make your life easier. So to make you understand table of contents, let me type few headers first. So I'll just type A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. So these are all, I mean I'm just going to convert it into headers. So as I said in part 1 of the video, I believe it is part 1 or would be part 2. So we can use a common header for common header style for all the headers. So I'm just selecting this and I'm selecting heading 1, selecting this heading 1. Just for some variation, I'm choosing heading 2 for this and heading 1 for this. Okay, so table of contents is something which will automatically comes up with its table based on the headers available. The most important thing we need to keep in mind is the headers has to be configured within this heading style. So the table of contents will only search and pick from these heading styles. So especially between heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So these are all the styles which you need to use it in the headers in your document, so that the table of contents will pick it from there on. So go to references, table of contents, and again there are two automatic tables and there is a manual table, but for now I'm sticking with the automatic tables and I'm selecting an automatic table. Boom. the table of contents automatically appears. So it takes the data from the headers which are available in our document. So as you can see, these two are heading 1 and this one is heading 2. You can see there is a variation in the way it is listed, and again this is heading 1. So this is how it lists. In our document it is only 4 headers, so it's very easy for us to track it, but just think of a document of 200 pages, 300 pages, and there would be easily around 50 to 100 headers in that 200 to 300 pages, and it's really hard to come up with all the headers, and especially if you are manually typing each and header and you are preparing a table of content, it is a hell of a job. I've been into that, but using table of contents is the smartest way. So always first always use the same header style for all your headers, and then create table of contents in this easy way. Okay, so with that we are done with table of contents. And the next one, track changes. Track changes is especially useful when someone wants to review a document, share their comment, share the inputs, and again you have an option to whether to accept those comments or you don't want to accept those comments. So let me just try it with so to use those options, go to review, show track changes, select track changes. So I'm just typing MS Word Basics Tutorial Part 5. So you can see it is appearing in red color. So just think about as if your manager is typing this and he wants to include this phrase here. So here now it is appearing in red color, just to make sure the receiver, so receiver in this case that is you, wants to understand that your manager has made some changes in this place. So now just think of it that your manager has made this modification and share this document with you. And when you say this document, you know that your manager has updated this. You have an option whether to accept this change or to reject this change. Accept means accept or reject for both the options. Right click. If you say accept insertion, it will convert into the same way how the other contents are appearing in this page. So it means this phrase is accepted and it is going to be placed in this document. So I'm just using Control Z. If you want to reject it, this phrase will get invisible. This phrase will get deleted. So I'm saying reject insertion. So it means that you are not accepting with the way, how your manager has put that sentence. So you want to reject it. So reject means it will get deleted from that page. So that's all. So it is a very useful tool, especially when it goes to multiple levels of reviewing, so that they will post their changes. Because see, if and all if this option is not there, we are not aware what are all the changes the reviewer has made. Probably he might need to put it in different color for your understanding. And see, just think of it, if 3 to 4 reviewers are there, and all the 3 to 4 reviewers have to use a separate color, and you need to know what are all the changes they made. And again, if it's a 200 page document, you need to go through all the 200 page document. It is a hell lot of work, right? So this option will really make your life easy. Okay, so we are done with this. So this both the options, track changes, accept or reject change. And then the next one, navigation pane. Navigation pane is an option which I normally use. So for that, go to view. Here it is navigation pane. So navigation pane will automatically pick up the headings in your document. So it is again a very important tool, because say for example, if there is an header in 40th page of the document and you are in the second page of the document and you want to go to that header, the only option you have is you need to use this cursor, go all the way from second page to 40th page. And see, there is a trick here. Now I said that specific header is in the 40th page. What if the header is in the 39th page or 30th page or 45th page or 50th page? We never know, because someone would have made an update and there is a chance it might got moved away. Okay, so for those issues, we have an option called navigation pane, where all the headers will be listed here. So it's end of the day it will become very easy. You can just go and click that header and it will land in that page, right? So this is a very important option which I always use. So I would strongly suggest you also to use, especially in a very large document. Okay. And there is an option for grid lines, but I don't think grid lines in Word is a much useful option. At least I never used it, and even I normally use grid lines in PowerPoint, but not in Word. So probably I won't suggest this option. So I will also remove this navigation pane for now. Okay. So with that, we are done with navigation pane. Changing it to green color, and the last one, the read mode. So read mode is an interesting option which will simply remove all the features, all the functions, and will just present it in a empty document, so that it's easier for us to view the document and concentrate only on the contents rather than any kind of modifications or any kind of changes needs to be made. Okay, so read mode is available under view, the first option, read mode. Done. So you can see, so all the functions are disappeared. So only the blank only the document with very minimal functions is available. And now it is available in like a page view. You can also change it like a reading book view, something like how do you even compare this with the Amazon Kindle kind of a version, because I always use this option to use a long document, probably around 50 to 100 pages documents. So I will normally change the view of the document. Go to view, go to layout, and go to column layout. That's it. It's like a two-page document. So page 1, page 2, and it's an imaginary figure. It is like a book, the left hand side of the book and the right hand side of the book, and it's a very interesting option. So if you like this, probably you can choose this option. If you don't want to, if you don't like this option, probably you can just read through this. So I just clicked escape to come out of that option. Okay. So yeah, so with that we have completed the planned functions for this session. So I completed all the 8 functions. So we'll see the next part in a day or so. Okay. So with that, thank you. Take care. Bye.